Hello, my dear viewers. As usual, you're in for a very interesting story. This is a true life story that happened in the days of old. Watch more of my interesting stories and do me a favor by liking or subscribing to my channel to get more of my stories. My stories are very interesting. Watch the other stories that you've not watched and you will see that they are nice. At least I'm sure you can choose one or two from the stories. And of course, as usual, you will learn from these stories. So today's story is titled, Marry Me or Pay 1 Million. It happened in the days of old in the land of the East. A young man named Femi. He had money, women and charm, but no one could make him commit. Until a lady called Abigail, a simple lady then, gave him an ultimatum. Marry me or pay 1 million naira. What happened next will shock everyone. In fact, the story lingered and was told to us in our days. In the heart of Lagos, a determined hairdresser named Abigail set her eyes on Femi Johnson, a rich, handsome playboy with 4 stunning girlfriends. And, my dear, he had no intention of settling down. When jealousy, betrayal, and desperation collided, Abigail had to take a bold step to change her fate, so she thought. But Femi's response, unbelievable. My dear, this is a story of love, power, and the price of obsession. And a must watch for us all. And so, the story went this way, that Abigail Okeke, as she was fondly called, had heard it all when it came to men. She was tired. She has been disappointed several times. And at 28, she wasn't going to joke about any man in her life anymore. And so, when Femi Johnson, the rich young man, came in, she made up her mind that Femi Johnson must marry her. And so the story went. The young man, so rich, he owned half the commercial buildings in Lagos and was so handsome that women fell at his feet daily. He was a womanizer with his charming smile and infectious laugh. Femi could wrap any woman around his finger. Yet, despite the parade of girls that came his way, marriage was something he never thought about. In fact, he was not interested in marriage. He treated all this like mosquitoes. So he ended it as often and as easy as he wanted. He disappointed so many girls. Ladies fought on his behalf, but yet nothing came out of it, my people. That was the story of Femi, the rich, handsome man. Abigail, a determined hairdresser, had one goal. I will show Femi that my name is Abigail and I will get him. And so the story went. She was hell-bent on becoming Mrs. Johnson. Femi had 4 beautiful girlfriends, each one elegant, educated, well-doing. In fact, among them all, Abigail was the least qualified. She never mind. He came for me, and I will get him. They were all competing for him, but the competition was far from friendly. Fights broke out in his luxurious mansion, often enough that even Femi's neighbors knew the sounds of a jealous lover's tantrum. But for Femi, these dramas were merely a source of amusement. He would laugh it off and invite a new girl to take the place of anyone who stormed out of the house. For good, he didn't care. One evening, Abigail sought advice from her neighbor, Grace, a streetwise married old woman who knew how to capture a man's heart. Abigail, if you want Femi, just get pregnant, Grace said with a conspirational wink. A child will bring him closer to you. With newfound resolve, Abigail set her plan to motion, using her charm and wit until one evening led to her much desired outcome. Sure enough, Abigail set her plan to motion, using her charm and wit until one evening led to her much desired outcome. She became pregnant. She thought how he would have to marry her. But then Abigail shared the news. But when Abigail shared the news with Femi, he simply smiled and congratulated her. That's wonderful, he said. Children are a blessing. If you want them, by all means, keep them. I'm happy to support my child. But marry you? No, my dear, marriage is not for me. Abigail was furious. She gave Femi endless trouble, appearing at his home, showing up at his office, and even confronting the other girlfriends. Yet Femi remained unfazed. His serene smile never faltered. His frustration, his frustration was that she refused to understand him. Her frustration hit a boiling point. What does this man mean? He will see something. And she threw her final card down. It is simple, Femi. Marry me or give me 1 million naira. Femi laughed. You mean? Not cruelly, but so amazed and shocked at this desire. 1 million, he thought, and within himself. He said, unaffected with ease. All right, Abigail, he replied, reaching for his checkbook. In fact, I'll give you 2 million and I will make sure I take care of the kid. Like I told you, I have nothing against you keeping the child if you wish to. But for me, I've my life planned out. I love animals and I would love to take care of animals, help people, and do good as much as I can. So suit yourself. And so with that, Abigail had to take care of the child without Femi's presence. But Femi sent money as often as he could or whenever she asked. He also communicated with her if there needed be, but he was not in her life. Femi then traveled out of the country. He thought within himself, I'm not going to deal with this. Man, let me have fun. There's a lot to do in this world. Yes, I got to meet my friends. Jason, go to the beach, enjoy my life, and help people as much as I can. And that was how Femi lived his life. He reached out to his friends, had fun in the beach, took care of his animals, grew old with his friends, and just lived the life he always wanted to live. And that was how he ended his life, having fun, enjoying himself, being a philanthropist, while Abigail didn't know what to do. She could not get what she dreamt of. She realized that in this life, people have their decisions to make. And that was how the story went. And the common saying in the community was, marry me or pay 1 million. And the people will laugh and laugh at any girl that was after a man, making it look as if without that man, she will not succeed or she has to get him by all means. And that was how it went. We were all advised when we were growing up that we should be careful and should not be like Abigail. We should take life easy. And so here ends my story today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, encourage me by subscribing to my channel and watch other of my stories. Enjoy your life, but be careful. Thank you and God bless you.